Is that X?
Yeah, summon.
Hey, so what the fuck happened? Tony told me a little bit about it.
Yeah, Tony is being kind of weird, but I figured it'd be better to talk to you instead.
Okay.
Oh, maintenance in progress. What is this over here?
We're building our bat cave down there.
Okay. Um. Okay. Well, we could sit down somewhere. Fuck, I don't want. I want to stand up. My legs are gone. Really?
Yeah, come sit over here. Why the fuck you sit all the way down there?
Jesus Christ, man. All right. First things first. How things been going, man?
Things have been going all right. I haven't really been around that much, so you know, out of the loop a little bit, but I think it's been going good for the most part.
Why, business still making money and stuff like that, or what?
Kind of.
Okay, so you. Okay, I get it. So it's going down a little bit.
It's gone down a lot. Yes, my business is fucking dead. Why?
Okay, that business got it. Um. Tell you what. Okay. I've been
Okay.
grinding. You know what that is? Grinding?
Yes.
Okay. We've been grinding like crazy, okay? And we've been making millions of dollars. Millions. Okay? And we didn't buy anything with it. Me and Marty and some other people. And we haven't been buying shit, right? Because we've been trying to progress. Progress, right? Now,
Okay.
if I tell you stuff, you're gonna keep it to yourself, or you're gonna go yap yap.
Of course, I'll keep it to myself, you dumbass. I don't tell people shit.
Okay. So we decided to bring on the job yesterday, and we did the lower vault, right? It was the first time we brought on it, and we decided to bring it for fun. And then something happened. Something crazy happened. I wanted the specifics, but we unlocked something that nobody else has so far.
The casino codes.
Well, the way to get it, I think.
Wait, really? Holy shit, you have to tell me, X. I'll suck your dick.
So there's 3 steps, but it's all one. In my opinion, it's all one step. But basically, yesterday we kind of did it, but we kind of fucked it up, sort of, without knowing it. And yesterday in my apartment, I was thinking, and I figured out how to do the whole thing. So we only did a little bit of yesterday, and so we did the lower vault, right? And we got more out of it because we figured out a part of it. But next time we do it, we're gonna go all the way, and we will get the codes. I'm sure the codes are in there in one part that I know it's in there, right? But then,
Okay.
we blew the door at the bottom with C4, right? And we went back upstairs, right? And then we grappled back out, right? And some motherfuckers were hiding in the shadows upstairs at the vault, and they were waiting for us the whole time. You know? So then, they held us up like fucking sitting ducks. Right? And the doors were locked. So then, I was trying to tell them that things were not going to go the way that they thought it would because the doors were locked. But they wouldn't listen because they're stupid. And they had like a weird voice, weird masks and shit, and like hair, and they thought they were being sneaky, except one of them had a chain on it. It was a Chang Gang chain. And as soon as I said, "Yo, man, I think you forgot your chain on," he immediately took it off. And then they tried to play it off like, "Hey, yeah, you know, we didn't forget, bro. We don't give a shit." But in fact, they did give a shit. It was very obvious. Otherwise, he would not have taken the chain off when I called him out on it. You know? So then it started loosening up, and it was Chang Gang, right? And they knew that it was the whole time. And they antagonized the fuck out of him the whole time, you know? And then felt bad, because we got robbed out of like 1.5 million right there, plus the cost of entry, which is like 1.7 million. And then, right? He gave me 5 ink of his own, and he said that they gave him a refund. But it was his money. And then they robbed me again. And I said, "Yo, it's bags." And they said, "I don't give a shit. Fuck . And I
So
was like,
did
what?
they shoot you guys or what?
Yeah, and they stabbed me at the vault as well, man.
So what? They
I
got you guys with your fucking pants down at the vault. They shot you guys up, stole your shit.
and then they stole my shit again, all the bags, and I even told them these are Yuno's bags, and they still did it, and they still didn't give a shit about it, and they ain't gonna do my boy dirty like that. Ain't no shot. So we spent some time yesterday hunting some of them. I got Hutch and some other people, and I'm saying people are always like, oh, CG, we don't go to war with them because they're too powerful. They're too powerful. But people approach this the wrong way, though.
Okay, how?
We do it rat mode. We fight back like fucking rat. We hit their place of businesses, right? We fraudulate their businesses. We plant evidence that leads to drug trafficking and shit onto employees, and we get their shit raided out the wazoo. We hit them every place they're not looking. We fuck their employees and their places of business. You know?
Motherfucker, that is going to... You know how many people these guys have that will demolish everything?
Yeah, but think about it. Think about it, though. Think about it. Think about it. What if we take shootouts at their place where they keep stuff, and we make their employees, we fill their pockets with meth and weed and fucking and guns and bombs, and the police search them, and they think they're doing drug trafficking, and they raid the fucking place, and they yoink all their shit, and they start fucking with their business.
So you want to plant drugs on cocksuckers to get them raided, right?
Yeah.
Now, the only issue with that is if the cops suspect shit's being planted, they're not going to give a fuck. They're going to cut them loose and let them go. We've tried this in the past before. It just never worked.
Okay. What if I set up more of my friends, right? Who said he was there to buy drugs, and then the employees that are down had drugs in their pockets. Who's going to say otherwise?
True, I guess. And how much did they steal from you guys?
It was 1.5 mil in profits,
Jesus.
and
In
350
profit, so
of
it was more than
of
1.5.
investment. It was 1.8, 1.9 mil total, yeah. Plus 250.
Jesus.
So yeah, about 2 mil. Yeah, 2.05. I'll get about the money, because the only thing we care about is having enough money to progress, having enough money to try and get in it. Right now we have enough money to try like fucking 6 lower vaults. We don't give a shit about the money. It's not really about the money. It's that we were trying to learn how to fish, and they swooped the fish at the docks.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And they shot all you guys.
Yes.
Even you know.
Yep.
Holy shit. This is not good.
Yeah, of course it's not good. We gotta hit him where it hurts, and we gotta clap him.
And how did Yuno react to all of this?
He's being a little bitch, is what he did.
Okay, don't disrespect Yuno like that, but what did he say?
I told him to call the police and tell them, I went at the vault, and tell them the hostages were injured because we played off like we were hostages. Because we went down, you know? So Kratos called the police and told them that the hostages inside the vault that was robbed were injured. But Yuno didn't. And the police know what they did? You know what they did? They let CG with all the loot open the front door and just drive off in a fucking piece of shit 1996 Durango trash truck, and they busted in, and they were trying to arrest us instead. The people with nothing in their pockets that are down.
They let him go? Jesus fucking Christ.
Even with Kratos calling the police and saying that hostages inside were injured. You get that? You get how fucked that is?
Yeah, how the fuck did you just walk out of that?
They just drove. So then,
Huh.
so then, we didn't get arrested. I have a fat warrant, so that wasn't, you know, they didn't call me for that. So I got lucky for that. You know, I got lucky.
Wait, so how
So
do
what
you
was
get out of that?
well, the police is brain dead, so they just kind of like didn't cuff me, didn't search me, didn't talk to me. I just went to the hospital and got treated.
Gotcha.
So the lower vault was robbed. 3 hostages went down, and not a single arrest or attempt to investigate was done. That's kind of how it was.
Yeah, the cops usually do that. They don't really investigate shit unless they think it's an easy raid or something.
Yeah, so no one investigated anything. So people, I mean, the police should know that if the front doors of the vault and the back doors are all locked, it's been robbed. It's that simple. But they're just fucking stupid. Okay, so then, Tony was like, nah. He didn't even let me finish the story. He was like, nah, we're not going to war with anybody. Because he said that I'm not trying to get out of the apartments and get shot every fucking day and whatnot. But I don't think it's how we would do it. But I think we should fucking retaliate. Because my boys already, they've been clubbing them already. It's already engaged, you know?
So who are your boys? Who is involved in this right now?
GG.
Okay, GG, whatever the fuck that is, but who is it? I need names.
Hey, don't disrespect. It's the Gulag Gang.
Okay, the Gulag Gang, alright. What are the names?
It's me, Marty, and Jack. But Jack is like half dead. What the fuck?
Wait, I thought Jack
Here, you
was
fucking bozo.
this is Mickey. It's Mickey. Mickey's fine.
Okay, what the fuck are you doing?
Actually, Mickey has the best
I just
takes in this
woke
kind
up.
of shit. Mickey, take a seat. Mickey, take a seat.
Oh God.
All right.
Oh,
X,
I don't want to take on this.
X, can you relay the entire thing you told me to Mickey, please?
Okay, me and Marty were out there grinding as usual, and we're gonna grind the lower vault again. And we brought Yuno this time, right? And something fantastic happened, and we did something in the lower vault that is the next step. There's other steps that I figured out later, but I don't want to talk about that. But whatever. Let me speed on this, okay? We got the money more than usual. We got out, and CG camped us at the top, and they robbed us, and you know. And then they robbed us, and you know, again, 2 times. They've disrespected the whole squad, and they stole $2 million. And we've been clubbing them, and we're at war. And it's all about matter if you guys are going to join in and help preserve the self-respect of you know, or you guys are just going to leave them behind to just be insulted and be disregarded, be denied, and belittled by Chang Gang. Is this how we do things over here at CB?
No, this is not how we do things, cocksucker. First, we gotta fucking figure out the fucking stories, and then we gotta make a decision as a group, all right? But
Yeah,
if you don't got clapped, like that is not good. I'll just say that shit right now. That's very, very bad.
Yeah, I'd be curious to also hear Yuno's take.
Because I'll tell you my thing about this, okay? Here's how Chang Gang runs, okay? Here's how they do things, okay? They don't abide by the same rules that we do. They have their own set of rules. It's fucking lame as shit. They're always, you can help them. They ask for help, but when things are the opposite, nah, you don't get nothing unless they get to fucking lick it first, right? But on top of that, whenever the flicas opened the second time, the new flicas, and we're doing the thermite, they were being a bunch of fucking bitches. Bitches, okay? I was figuring it out, and they snaked me over there, and they held me up, right? And I switched banks. I went across to the other one on fucking Hawick. They went to the other bank. They also swapped. And then I saw them coming, and I held them up. No hands up. No fucking nothing. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. I could have fucking clapped them. I didn't. And then they came back, and they held me up. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? See, they act like they're invincible, like they're too tough, like they're above the fucking law, yo. They're a bunch of bitches.
I can't believe this all fucking. This happened when, yesterday?
Yesterday night, yeah.
Yeah, that's while we were playing Fall Guys.
Jesus fucking
Please don't.
manor.
Christ.
I
We
don't-
were
stop.
playing Fall Guys in the
Please
manor.
don't
Stop
talk
minus
about
one, or you're gonna
No.
get us literally sent on vacation, you dumb motherfucker.
That's not minus one. I can't play a video game in the manor. I can play
Mickey,
a
the
video game in the manor.
gangbang coke
Listen,
dealer? Yeah, sure, buddy.
Listen, I just got apartments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that coke dealers can't play video games now.
Listen,
Yeah.
I played Fall
Shut
Guys
the
today in my
fuck up.
apartment. Okay, I don't want to talk about the game right now.
Okay, we need to
I
speak
just-
to I need to speak to Tony, and then we gotta figure some shit out. How much money did they take from specifically? Do you know, X, or was it did he get a cut at all or no?
I mean, 250K plus his cut, so like 600,000, yeah.
And he put money in as an investment as well, yeah.
Yep.
Fucking hell, that is a lot of fucking money.
Well, like I said, I only brought up the money because I know it would motivate some of you guys to join in, right? And it's a good motivator, but it's not why I'm doing it. Yesterday, I killed some of these guys. I robbed them and I gave them their money back. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
I mean, I think I know your take here, Buddha, but listen, I mean, I understand what X is saying here. Makes sense. The only issue is that
Wait, one more thing. In my apartment today, I was thinking, and I figured out how to fish. You know what they say, right? Give a man a fish, feed a man for a day, teach a man how to fish, feed a man forever. Right? And yesterday, we figured out how to fish and catch the biggest fish. And you know what Chang Gang did? You wanna know what they did? They got the crumbs. They got the goldfish. They got the eel. They got the crab. Okay? They got
okay,
the
well,
fucking,
actually,
they got the cheap
eel is
lobster.
actually quite a delicacy. I mean, unagi is one of my favorite pieces. But anyways,
But-
go on.
Mickey's so dumb, bro.
What I'm saying is that they only get the temporary fish, but they didn't learn how to. They did not learn how to fish. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you think
You learned how to
think
fish.
do you think they know that you figured out whatever you figured out?
There's only one way they could possibly know, is because of how much gold we had in our pockets. But even then, they wouldn't be able to reverse engineer what we did. It was too crazy. Trust me. What we did was fucking mental.
I see. So why don't you fucking tell us what you did, huh?
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 We opened up the west and east wing in the lower vault.
Oh, so you guys
how
actually
the
figured
fuck
out how
did
to
you do
open up
that?
more of it.
Well, there's 3 more gates. There's the middle gate, and then there's the far left and far right wing that still need to be opened. And I know how to get them open next time.
Well, how the fuck did you open it?
You know knows, but it's listen. We have to keep this close circle. It doesn't. This if this even leaks a little bit, it's over. If you give them, let's be honest. Again, I don't want to make it weird, okay? If we give them even a fucking centimeter, they will turn it into a mile, and they're gonna get in it. We can't risk that right now.
Listen, I swear to God, we are not gonna tell anybody shit, especially Chang Gang, after they just fucking shot up you and fucking alright? We're not gonna tell nobody.
Yeah. And I guess here's the other thing. Regardless of, I mean, if you want my take on how to handle this strategically, we have any number of options, of retaliation against Chang Gang that don't just involve us driving around, trying to clap them.
That's
It
what
could
I've been
also
saying.
involve.
I said hitting their places of business, getting even their lowest pawns, and making them make them tell the stories to the big guys of what the fuck is going on with their shit. Get them raided by planting evidence and drugs and guns in the pockets of the employees, hitting them where it hurts the most.
There's Cold
Discrediting their places of
War
business.
shit as well. Denying them opportunities to, stuff with any of the businesses we run. Like there's ways to.
And I'm going to have informants
Get
tell me
back.
when they think they're going to hit the vault. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I will swoop in every time they think they're going to be doing the vault, and I will thermite the front gate. the police to lock that shit back in so they can't hit it for the rest of the motherfucking day. That's what the fuck I is going to do, motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna be hitting the vault unless I'm the one doing it. You got that?
Okay, now see, that's pretty fucking smart.
Yeah. If I was to give one piece of strategic advice, having once been in Chang Gang, if you go to war with Chang Gang in a conventional war of people driving around in cars in groups of 4 shooting at each other, you will lose. We will lose. And the reality, part of that reality is just they have more experience, they've been doing it longer, and they have a whole giant network of multiple groups of 4 that can always be ready to go. And it's not even so much that, let's say you actually start clapping them and you're doing well clapping them. Will they? The real question is, will they ever surrender and will they ever lose? And the answer is no. They cannot accept a loss. They as a group would not accept that. They will always be able to fund themselves and they will always continue the fight. They're strong like that, and we have to recognize that strength.
No. Listen. Like I said, coming from my perspective, what we currently know about the vault, we know for a fact it's what they cherish the most. They want to get in there, and they're not getting in there. They're not even fucking close to it. Okay? So winning, losing, no, that's not a thing. They already lost. Do you understand that? They already lost. It doesn't matter. Now it's about kicking the fucking dead dog until it's fucking bones and dust, motherfucker. That's about crushing them to a fucking crisp, but from the inside.
Okay. Okay, this is a lot to process. It's a lot to fucking process. So how the fuck you doing, X?
What? What do you mean?
How the fuck you get in there? I'm dying to fucking know.
Listen. You just need more equipment. It's C4, shit like that. It's everything's just more, but you have to be smart. But listen, the reason why I can't say is that I'm scared these walls. They have cameras and shit, and it's
okay. Just send me top security, top secret, secured email later, all right?
Okay, top secret. Listen, last time we were raided here, I was hidden in there, and they were the police. They were thermiting the fucking walls and shit. Okay?
Yeah, I fucking know.
I'm thinking there's bugs everywhere. There's
oh yeah, Moon. There's Moon 1. You know the PD actually uses the moon now.
The moon.
What the fuck does that mean, Mickey?
Yeah, they have the moon. I don't know. They have like a moon base or something.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The moon? Huh? What the fuck is that?
Oh, I heard a rumor about it.
A lunar base?
Yeah.
How does that fucking help them, moron?
I don't know.
Mickey, what the fuck are you saying, Mickey?
What the fuck are you saying, man?
Sorry. Anyways, I am all for. I guess if I was to plan a course of action, I want to hear from get his side. But I'm not also, I don't want to just be like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, let's ignore this. I agree, we should do something about what it is that we do. I think we need to have a clear understanding with the boys about how that looks, where we want to be directly aggressive and where we want to be indirectly aggressive.
Yeah, true.
Like I said, my biggest focus right now is I want to hit the jewelry store. Their gem store. I want that bitch to become the most stagnant piece of shit place that people dump their old materials in it. I want this place to close down. So what I want to do, I want to send people in to buy gems or sell the gems, and look at the place and see where the employees that are awake and shit. And then we have a fake manufactured shootout inside the place, and we plant raidable evidence in the pockets of the employees.
Oh, like cocaine.
Cocaine?
Yeah, speaking of, we actually have a bunch of bags of cocaine that are about to go bad.
Okay. Enough for raid?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you really wanted to do, if you really want to do something, if you want to do, I'm not saying you should do this.
PD equipment. You load their pockets with like 3 or 4 guns.
Okay, I'm not saying you should do this, but what you could do is even right now take the bags of cocaine that are about to go bad that are going to be hard for us to sell. You go and shoot up some lower level member of Chang Gang. You go all blacked out, voice changer, don't let anyone know it's you. Shoot them up, plant a bunch of cocaine on them. You get the police to come somehow and get that person raided.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, and the only reason I suggest something like this, at the end of the day, I understand why a group would hit someone else, hitting a vault. I understand it, but it does sort of break a little bit of a, criminal code of conduct, right? And insofar as you've, robbed someone else during their job, another criminal code of conduct, which is, getting the police involved, I think that's out the window too.
What do you mean it's out the window?
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, yeah. If you want to play dirty and get them raided, I think that's fine.
Yeah, of course they breached the code of conduct. Of course they did, like twice. Of course, yeah. Planning shit and doing bullshit is 100% a legal move here. It's kind of hard though to get the police to fucking search somebody who went down if we only call medical. Unless I set up a scene where I shoot somebody, I put him somewhere, and I call the police and EMS, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm getting shot from this guy or whatever. Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a lot of process. There's a lot of fucking moving parts here. And granted, I've been gone for a fucking while, so... Anybody got fucking joints too? I'm stressed out as shit.
No, but I have cocaine.
How much cocaine you got?
We got a lot of
how
cocaine,
much coke? You want some Coke-X?
Yeah, we know how to get all the coke in the city whenever the fuck we want, however the fuck
how does that help you?
Releases stress, you run a little bit faster, you feel a little bit stronger.
For how long?
It's
maybe a minute
not
or
as
so.
good as it's not
30
as good
seconds.
as 100% meth, but it's more of like a sprint. If the cocaine makes you feel really fast, really quick. Yeah, hit that shit.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, just
Let me think about this.
woo.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
It's not like the methamphetamine though.
Listen, I've talked to the Colombian contacts who import this stuff. I'm trying to get them to give us some higher quality coke actually in the future. So
That would be fucking amazing.
Cool, man.
I think it's very likely actually.
Okay. Now,
Yeah, I think so too.
So, yeah. So all this stuff, I want to begin now.
Okay, so what is your first step here, Xbox? I'm trying to understand this.
I'll just go around, see some people who have chains or whatever, maybe get one or two, and maybe hit, I want to give a little taste of some of their places of business. What do they operate? Now, I've been compiling a list of what kind of cars they drive, what kind of places they live at, what kind of things that they dress with, just everything,
Yeah, I mean, listen, these aren't bad ideas, X, and I'm not saying that I'm not down, because who knows, potentially we might end up getting involved in this, but I need to speak to the fucking boys first, because I cannot make decisions for them.
Okay.
And if I decided to step on this shit right now, it wouldn't just be me, I'd be involving everybody that lives here.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go solo dolo then. I'm gonna get a couple. I need a couple chains.
You think fucking going solo is a good idea?
I'm the fucking boss.
It's not a terrible idea.
It's
By the
actually a
way,
great idea.
Jean-Paul, if you really want to know what I would do if I were you, I actually think running solo is a better idea. When you're in a car of 4, people are more hesitant. If I were you, I would run solo. I'd have yourself dressed as you are now, or in some other outfit that they've never seen you in.
No. I'm gonna dress like a
Blacked
local
out.
and just get an enduro bike or a Sanchez and just fucking go around
Yep.
like
Love
with speed limit at 35 and just fucking slash them. Come
Yeah.
in with a bike and boom, fucking slash the head out and fucking keep moving.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Only thing I ask is right before you drive, just, make sure you
Yeah,
yell
yeah.
out,
I'll say, hey man, what up, man? Gigi says hello.
That is not a bad idea, actually. So you're a GG now, huh? You're not with CB no more? That's kind of fucking
No,
cringe.
I'm with you guys, but our gang is not a gang. It's just a name. It's just a group of friends, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But-
CB,
well, it's not a
CB
gang.
isn't a gang either. It's just a group of
Maybe
friends.
we should remove all his photos from this castle. What do you think, Mickey?
What?
No, listen.
No, it's not like that. It's like
Cocksucker.
it's not. It's like a flexible alliance.
No, I'm just fucking with you. Listen, X, I don't
know
take this the
anything
wrong
about-
way, okay? I'm down to get involved in this potentially, if my boys are down. I can't make the decision by myself. I just too many people that will have to deal with repercussions. Too many people that will end up getting involved. It'd be a massive shit show, and everybody needs to be in the same mindset.
That's how I feel like city should feel like, and think about before robbing the fucking vaults. That's how I would think they would operate, but they don't. You see? So I'm telling you, they play with a different set of cards because going at war with people is a big fucking deal, right? Because they have a level of employees, and they
100%.
especially should know this because they have a lot of places of employment and a lot of affiliates, and that goes on to them. All these problems affect them. It's like a radiation. If they didn't think about this, or they didn't care for it, they just went straight at the throat. That's why we retaliate by going back at the throat.
Well, that's how it
Yeah,
goes
I
for
mean,
me
listen-
too, right? There's a lot I gotta think of. I have like several fucking businesses, hundreds of fucking employees. All of them would be at risk if I get involved in this shit. So I just gotta talk to people first, all right?
Yep. All right.
But if you need help
I'm-
with shit like that, from the shadows, I don't mind helping you. You need information, you need a setup, you need things like that. You just give me a call, okay? But before I get directly
Yeah.
involved, I gotta talk to my boys.
I get on radio 13.37. If things go really bad, I'll give you a call or radio in
What's the
Radio
radio?
what?
13.37. Just if things go wrong, I'm gonna send in
13.37. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get out there. Talk to the boys, man.
All right, baby. Good luck.
See you, man.
Love you. Mm.
Love you, man.
Damn, I can't believe they fucked up like that.
Yeah, it's
Like you shot, shooting at is like shooting at like a cute ass kitten. Why the fuck would you ever do
Well,
that?
I don't know.
I could understand X and shit. I mean, X is fucking crazy, but Yuno's like the cutest little kitty in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the other thing is, I have always sort of felt that at least amongst the major groups, there's a little bit of a, code of conduct almost, where it's like, yeah, obviously criminals rob each other, we fuck with each other, but there's sort of a unwritten, honor among thieves when it comes to, jobs, especially a lower vault. I mean, that's serious.
I'm also shocked that these motherfuckers figured out how to get deeper. I mean, this is a lot to process. Quite frankly, it's just
Well,
this
here's one
shit
thing you
would,
need to realize.
would blow the fuck up. It's almost better for everybody if X stays solo because this shit would get crazy. It'd be the entire city versus half the city. It'd be half the city versus half the city. It'd be crazy.
I think I would be down for it. The only issue that I have is I don't know where it ends cleanly.
Yeah, there's no way
You
it
know?
ends cleanly. It would literally be half the city versus half the city. It's a lot to process.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what do you want to do right now?
I don't know.
We have a bunch of thermite we need to use, so I kind of want to hit a fleek up.
Yeah, I'm down for a finger.
All right, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I can't believe I need to speak to I want to speak to him so fucking badly. I hope he's okay.
I mean, what if this makes not want to, be in the city as much anymore?
Okay.
That'd
That's
be a concern for me.
conversations I'm not gonna have here. That's no. He lives in the city, so.